Hello, I'm Piado, the host of Yutlai Lungelai, a Burmese language podcast sharing stories of young people in Myanmar. This is an episode in English on the Civil Disobedience Movement. It follows the lives of CDM members after the 2021 military coup. In this episode, you will hear from an assistant lecturer from the Department of Higher Education who joined the CDM after the 2021 coup. For security reasons, I will not use her real name.
My name is Tida. I was an assistant lecturer at the Education College, Lower Myanmar. I was also a PhD candidate before the coup. I joined CDM after the coup in 2021.
Tida was an assistant lecturer at a college located in Irrawaddy region before the coup. Tida's husband is an assistant lecturer in the Department of Higher Education. After the coup, they both joined the CDM, a non-violent resistance movement founded by civil servants who refused to work under the military. This is why they were removed from their positions. Tida had been financially stable and secure with work all her life. That is why losing her career for her moral stance made such an enormous impact.
I just didn't want to cooperate with the military and not to support a military-driven system. I don't want my children to be in a military-controlled education system like when I was young. When I look around, all my close friends and colleagues joined CDM. I was a second year in my PhD course back then, and all the outstanding candidates also joined CDM. So I feel like I have a community and it was heartening.
Following the coup, Tida moved her family to central Myanmar, known in Burmese as Anya. At that time, many CDM members joined the People's Defense Force to fight against the military, while some switched from non-violence to armed resistance. It seemed the CDM and the PDF were one in the same. But many CDM members like Tida remained committed to teaching, not fighting. She moved her family from village to village to avoid attacks by the military. Due to electricity and internet blackouts, Tida was unable to teach online. The military terrorized civilians in Anya, believing everyone supported the PDF.
One day, I bumped into the police chief and found out that they knew my husband and I were CDMs. I didn't feel safe anymore. I moved to another village for a while and went back to my husband's village again. Then the battles are just 15 minutes away from our village. I was very worried as those battles could happen at my village anytime.
The Armed Location and Event Data Project has documented up to 90,000 people killed in Myanmar since 2021. The military uses airstrikes to target areas under PDF control.
A family from the village next to ours died in a military artillery strike while they were asleep. They were innocent civilians. I then realized that artilleries could hit my house anytime, so I couldn't sleep well at night after that.
In 2024, Tita moved her family to Yangon, but at this point, her mental health had started to decline.
I was worried about my children's education. It was all in one lot. I had baby blues after I gave birth to my second child. It hasn't gone away, and I think it began my emotional decline.
Postpartum depression is a common symptom among new mothers. It occurs right after childbirth and typically lasts for 1 to 2 weeks. But for some reason, it lasted longer for Tita. She told me she even considered ending her own life. The price of food and other essential items has nearly tripled in Yangon. Tita is facing increasing financial difficulties since she lost her job for opposing the coup nearly 5 years ago. She now works as a part-time research fellow and teaches online to earn income. But she struggles to earn enough to support her family.
I have an online class from 6 to 8 in the morning. Then I go to work. And in the evening, I teach again.
Tita feels unsafe living in Yangon.
If someone exposed me, I would be in danger. So I'm keeping a low profile. People in Yangon are living a new normal life, which was unfamiliar for my family who came from the conflict at first. Now we're quite familiar with Yangon life.
Tita's children attend school, but she constantly worries about how she will continue to pay for their education.
All I want is for them to have a peaceful life.
Tita's story is one of countless CDM members who've made sacrifices beyond what any other person could imagine. The 2021 military coup upended so many people's lives and careers in Myanmar. All Tita wants is for a return to democracy so her children don't have to grow up and live their lives under military rule like she did. If you have any questions or comments about this episode, please leave one in the podcast player. Thanks for listening. I'm Piado. To hear more stories like this, find and follow Youthline Lungeline on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcast, or wherever you get podcasts.